Please excuse my dog barking. That's Foxy. She's adorable and annoying as heck. She barks all the time because she's like a little bit deaf, but makes her extra sensitive to when she hears something. I don't know. Anyways, here I am. This is weird. So today I wanted to talk about Littlespace in public. This might be a kind of boring video, but I think it's an important one. So I'm gonna go with what is okay in public and what is not okay. So what is okay is acceptably little clothes. Now, for this, I kind of generally use the rule of J fashion. Like, if it's acceptable for J fashion, it's probably acceptable. That being said, it's, sometimes gonna be considered a little eccentric, but yeah, I think this is okay. Overalls are okay, Mickey Mouse shirts, Mickey Mouse leggings, Stitch Lilo and Stitch stuff, that sort of thing. Things that are still on the brink of normal without, being like, hello, I'm wearing a onesie or a footed sleeper or whatever. Which, those are pajamas anyways. Footed sleepers, I mean. So anyways, next up is a slight little voice. This is tricky because, like I said, I can fall involuntarily into Littlespace. It is, to me, super annoying, but, to some people it might not be. But, I try not to use even a slightly little voice because it can cause me to fall deep into Littlespace, and that's not so great. But for some people, like a voice that could still sound like a normal voice, just maybe a little higher or a little cuter. I don't know. Which, by the way, I have a ridiculously high voice as it is, and I try to keep my voice lower, but sometimes it's just like, hi, my name is Rosie. Dear Lordy, I have not had any coffee today, I promise. The third thing is looking at the baby or toy aisle, but don't be like overly little seeming there. Don't combine a whole bunch of things to where everybody is like, try not to give yourself away as much as possible. And this is honestly more for your protection than for theirs in this case. Because a lot of people, if they know you're little, they'll judge you. And, it's best just to keep kink out of other people's lives. And I will talk a little bit more about this later. Now, what's not okay is flashing, because, like, flashing your diaper or whatever. Let's be honest, this is not cool whether you're wearing a thong, a diaper, or, I don't know, boxer shorts. Just don't flash people. It's weird, it's awkward, it makes people uncomfortable. Another thing is messing. Unless you are fecally incontinent, of course, that's completely different. I do actually have some friends who are fecally incontinent. Like I said, I'm disabled. I go to camp every summer, and some of the people there are, and, like, I would never judge them for that because they can't help it. And, in that case, like, don't worry about it. But if you can't help it, those people didn't consent to, keep it in your butt. So yeah. The next thing goes for really any human being, and that's causing a disturbance. Don't don't make other people comfortable. Don't lose the consent in kink, because we always talk about safe, sane, consensual, and that's extremely important. And these people out in public, they did not consent to you, shoving your kink on them. some of them might be okay with it, some might not, but you don't have their direct consent either way, so don't involve them. I once saw a video, which, mind you, this was an anti-DDLG video, but the girl in it, which makes sources, unreliable, but the girl in it was explaining how she saw a girl in the Disney store sucking on a passy and then calling her boyfriend daddy, making kind of obscene comments, and this isn't okay. There are children, like literal children, in the Disney store. They cannot, literally cannot consent. And so keep it away from them. Just back it off. Just try to be family friendly. Try not to make people uncomfortable. Next up is openly using a passy or a bottle. This is important just because you don't want to, yet again, expose people to kink without their consent. And also, if you do those things, a lot of people are, a little more on the angry side. And you're putting yourself as well as them and everyone around you in danger, not gonna lie. So just keep it in. Kink is meant to be expressed at home or in safe, kink-friendly places. So, a minor amount of Littlespace, hello, sir, is okay, but don't shove it in people's faces. Anyways, that is all for today, and I'm super grateful I made it through this video without dissociating. That is all, and Sloan and I say bye-bye. Sloan.